Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to Coalition Town. Population, me. This is part of our new ULM Let's Play here in EU4, where things are shaping up to be pretty freaky. The fact that England controls Sweden in a personal union is definitely scary. The fact that the Ottomans are blobbing out like crazy. I've never seen such insane Ottoman success before. It's just ridiculous. We are still buddy-buddy with France. We take a look at our diplomatic map mode. Excuse me, over here. You can see that we're allied to Austria, Milan, and France. We have a royal marriage with Burgundy, and we do have a new vassal of Hesse over here, which has upset some of our neighbors a wee bit, but not too much. Mostly sucking up to as many people as we can over here. Would help to have an extra diplomat. I don't remember. Do we have the embassy? Yes, we just need more money. Okay, we will definitely like to save up some money for an embassy. It'll be quite valuable for us to have. How many reinforcements are still waiting? None, so I'm going to go and drop this almost, but not quite to 0, just because, you know, every now and again you get a weird tick or whatever. Anyway, it makes basically no difference, but ensures any last-minute reinforcements can still arrive. We have a good supply limit here. Winter shouldn't be a problem. We might get declared on, in which case, of course, we'll have to bring up our maintenance, but overall we are okay. Currently, we're slightly above our force limit, but I'm keeping it that way just to try to discourage. Interesting. England no longer considers Austria a rival. I'm going to try to discourage the coalition from firing by having slightly more people. French noble rebels over here. All right, interesting. France, I'm happy that they're not going super powered. I'm happy they're strong enough to be a good ally in my court, but not necessarily have run away with the game as of yet, which is good. I suspect at some point we might get a Netherlands popping in here. Tunis has got a civil war. All right. But yeah, the Ottomans are definitely on the scary side. Oh my God, they're conquering more territory. So they've conquered north, now they're conquering south, well, east, I suppose. They are going to be an issue later on. Now, the further the game goes on, the more us Western techs will have an edge over the Ottoman tech group. So the Ottomans do start off scary, but then start to slowly get a little bit sicker, we can say. Quite the war. All right, doing some conversions. Oh, more military coalitions. All right, that's fine. Have we converted everyone we can? We have. Oh, we're trying to core a couple of places. Better than that, our religious unity is at nice 90%. We do have a looming disaster going on still, internal conflicts, and I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I didn't get to the microphone in time. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. When I start recording, I want to sneeze. There we go. Internal conflicts, right. We could increase our maintenance. That would help with that. If we got our religious unity, that would help with that. It is progressing quite quickly right now at 2.5 per month. That is a lot. Would give the following effects. Oh, it would make it more expensive. It's not currently more expensive. You know, in the interest of not having that fire at an awkward time, let's go ahead and bump up the army maintenance for now. Is that not enough? Oh, because there's still more. It's because our stability is less than 0 and our religious unity is less than 1. So actually, the army maintenance wasn't contributing that much, was it? That was just a half a point. Okay. Call to arms. Milan is trying to conquer Siena. Regular ally, twice as expensive. I'm going to go ahead and accept. Don't want to lose any more prestige than we already have. I guess our army maintenance is staying up after all. Our religious unity will come together soon. Still overextended. I'm going to boost this. It's a little crazy. Still progressing a little bit because of religious unity, but it's going to be a lot slower now. So who are we at war with? Everything down here. Do we have any desire to grab any of this on our own? Well, we could maybe grab Mantua over here, but it seems unlikely. It looks like our allies will simply win. I will make sure to go and assist here. But I don't think we're grabbing anything. We are still a little overextended. We've got a lot of aggressive expansion as well. I'm not worried about this coalition at all. We have great allies, but I don't want to piss off anyone else. I certainly don't want to lose... Whoa, the relationship with Austria. Something just happened there. Just dropped like 40 points, didn't it? Some people had said... Oh, I don't have a diplomat right now, right? Because I'm sucking up to France, which is still good. And Hesse. We've mostly finished France. Some people have said, what if I supported rebels over here, religious ones? Oh, we don't have any religious rebels in Austria, so we can't do that. Alright, let's just keep improving things with France. Make sure we keep them in our back pocket, and we'll see what else we can do soon enough. So we're going to go ahead and help purge a little bit of these armies here. It's not like Milan and Hungary, apparently, don't have enough troops. But we'll just make sure it's a little easier, and then we'll basically just pull back so we don't get attrition. I don't personally feel any need to work up any war score here. We're not going to be taking any of this. I would eventually like to get Brescia and Verona, but now it's not quite the time. So let's just go home, and that'll be good enough. Saxony, sure. See, we've contributed a bit, right? Right now we're in a war together. We'll fight to the end, which will give us a nice little bonus. We did separate peace out at some point before, and we've got a little bit of aggressive expansion, but we honored, yeah, things. We've defended your territory. Look at that. Boom. You're welcome. We probably will want to do more improving of relations over here to keep Milan in our court. They have a decent-sized army, enough to make a bit of a difference from time to time. We are still making money, although much more slowly, of course. Only have level 1 people. We could get rid of the missionary strength guy relatively soon. As soon as these things are cored and then we convert them, we could swap out to someone else. We will have to do more conversions in the future, but for now we're okay. And yeah, I'm just going to sit tight. In fact, I think I will probably go ahead and drop my army maintenance just about half. That way we can still recover, but we'll save some cash. I would really like to buy the embassy, to the point where I'm considering taking out loans. We'd have to take out quite a few loans. We have the excess points to go ahead and buy down the inflation, just because, you know, we do make a lot of points, right? We've got... Oh, we did get a new leader. We're only 411 right now. That's true. And we actually might not want to repeat this guy. We want to make sure that when we go ahead and repeat a leader, we've, like, committed to it long term. And we're getting 2 per year right now. We've got to vote every 8 years, so 16. And how new is this guy? Every 8 years, so 6 years from now. So 6 years from now, we'll have 12 more than this. So 92. If we don't re-elect him and we pick someone else, we'll have wasted a wee bit of Republican tradition. Well, we might re-elect him. Could be. Yeah, you go and smash down there. We got nothing to do but the core. Eventually, we'll want to bring in Hesse into our truly loving arms. The heretic religion modifier won't go away, but the other two will definitely go. Excellent. Okay, piecing out on the side over there. Mantua is... I didn't even check. I think it's still totally independent. I think it was mostly a whitish piece, so that's good. Maybe there was, you know, money exchanged or some relationship broken, but that's fine. And there we go. Listen, Milan. Look at that. Sticking with you till the end. Now, I don't know what our next attacks will be. Invincible. I like the sound of that. Increase military tech cost for 5 years. Is there any chance we're going to get military tech within 5 years? Kind of, sort of. Or loses stability, which I don't like. It's 2.5% more. We actually have 5 years ahead. Oh, 3 years ahead of time penalty. But one of our neighbors is actually not there. So yeah, in 3 years, I will want to get the next military tech. I really don't want to lose stability. We actually already have a few problems. I'll go ahead and accept that. We don't have any military ideas. We generally will be getting a decent amount of points flowing in, so overall we're going to be okay. I'm not too terribly concerned. So I think we might repeat our guy. How old is he? Oh, he's 58. We might want to pick someone else then. I don't know if we can, like, look at the ages of people in the other screen. It'd be really nice to work things in such a way that we get a young guy and keep him around forever. In a noble republic, I don't know what age of our rulers. If it's random, if it's weighted towards heavier guy. Venice entered a coalition against us. That's actually really annoying, because I would actually quite like to war against Venice. It's interesting they've done it now. Almost burned off enough AE that they wouldn't have been able to join. They can stay in as long as they've got 0 or more, but they need 30 or more before they can join. We're not going to rush into this Diplotech. We'll let it save up. Oh, more coalitions. Okay, and some rebels have fired. Okay, we are in a war that might have incentivized them a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and buff this up. One of the things I can do with Diplo points, if I end up being like too far ahead of time, is we can do some culture conversions. Right now we don't need to, because we accept the cultures, but that might change later on down the road. So yeah, I'm not going to rush ahead of time here. We'll just wait a little bit longer. Let, move up to here. Should be able to deal with these rebels perfectly fine. Luxembourg occupied by France. Wow. Yay! Auto conversions. That is actually really handy. We still couldn't do it because we were still coring, but it auto converted. Very handy. We'll go on March or May the 1st when we'll have absolute full morale. We mostly have it, but let's play it safe. They don't have a leader, which is good. Our leader is actually perfectly fine. For the Protestants' face, Alsace! No way. You switched to Protestant. Of course you did. You still hate me right now. But we can probably swallow you up later. Oligarchic Republic? I'm assuming we can do the vassalization thing. They're currently outraged, but it might not be there forever. Okay. That's a possibility. Now, we do get a lot of, diplomatic negatives from eating members of the empire, even if they're really, really small. Which might mean we want to save that sort of operation for larger people, but it's still probably better than taking them in other fashions, right? In fact, let's go ahead and start. This is going to be a pretty long-term investment, but let's go back to improving relations with Alsace over here. Oh, they keep swapping back and forth. England just ended that rivalry earlier. Now it's back. Now, I'm hoping they're not spending 100 Diplo points to do that. Actually, they can't. They have to wait long enough. So they must have just... Burgundy must not be an option for them anymore. Munster has left the coalition against us. Excellent. A few others will follow suit relatively soon now because their coalition is weakening. They do have a leader. He's not terribly good. I really don't want him to finish this siege, though. But we're not going to be at full strength to do the attack. Oh, Oldenburg join. Okay, we'll go... I guess we'll go August 1st because we'll get a tick of reinforcements. I guess I could have moved earlier, but this ensures that everyone is sitting tight, everyone's comfortable, we're good. We could do a forced march, I suppose. It would be cheap and get us there maybe in time to stop the next tick. I forgot they've changed it, so everyone gets forced marched all the time now. Well, once they get to, what, admin level 9 it was, I think. We're not capped on Diplo, there's no reason to do anything there. We do have a train penalty because we're fighting in the woods, which is a little unfortunate. But we have much, much, much better stats. Especially the morale. Like, the morale guarantees we'll win. If we had more discipline, then we would take, fewer losses, because we'd win a little faster, a little harder, but that's still going to be okay. So yeah, we'll have to wait for those reinforcements to come in. We do have a decent manpower pool, I mean, relative to our max. So it's okay, but yeah, this, dealing with these rebels is definitely weakening us. Okay, let's go back into the middle of the continent. I'll leave my expenses relatively high for now, so we can reinforce as quickly as possible. Whenever we do get declared on, though, we will almost certainly be able to go to the next military tech at that point. I mean, again, there's the extra 2.5% premium to the cost because of that decision we made. Plus, right now we're ahead of time, although we'll burn off 10 of that in 1 year. So that's going to be okay. Yeah, I think when I said 25, I said 5 years because I was like, it's 5%, right? No, it's 10% per year. Derpy. We can turn that off for now. Brittany and Burgundy. France no longer current. Okay, France. Everything's changing. Oh, so Burgundy just lost a huge chunk of its land to France. Huge. How's its overextension feeling? Totally manageable. Doesn't even matter, but France definitely grabbed something. No longer considers France. Burgundy's got Lorraine. Yeah, so Burgundy is no longer a player on the world stage, which is good. Ottomans, are you still in war? No, you ended that war. Probably taking some more land over there. Good God. This Ottomans, though. Russia should form, not too much longer. Oh, and we got a Finland that has popped up. Probably got released from Novgorod. Is currently a vassal under England. Okay, then. This England, this game is something special. The powers that are forming here, I have not quite seen before. But I guess they have to be there to challenge, Ulm, Super Ulm over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and kick up the speed. And we're mostly just waiting for things to reload, manpower. I guess our expenses are currently capped. We can bring that down. I wanted to make sure the reinforcements came relatively quick, but we can pull it down at this point. It's mostly reinforced, so that's good. We still have a little bit of autonomy. Right here, actually, we have enough autonomy that we can go ahead and drop it in Watt. Although, I think that's because they just got the recent uprising. Or did they? Doesn't tell me what the modifiers are there, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, recent uprising. So that will eventually go away, at which point we will have quite positive unrest. So we'll go and leave it for now. It's not like they have that much autonomy anyway. And yeah, most likely we will take, I'm thinking humanism for the next one, which has a lot of good traits that we can work with, including even cheaper ideas for the future. And we haven't taken an admin idea yet, so that's going to be okay. Gained a core, and we can start converting it. Bam. Very good. What is this one? Claim on a province we don't own. Do we? We do have the claim on Brescia. Now, it's not going to expire for some time yet. We got 10 years to press it into a war. Ideally, press it a little sooner than that so that we can get the claim bonus to cheapen the coring cost and time. But overall, that's going to be fine. I would like to declare war on Venice. Currently, they are part of the coalition, which is no good. They only have one ally, though. As soon as this coalition goes away, boom. Excellent. And then Metz is the only one left. And then we will not be overextended at all. We have no disasters building. We're still currently in a war, but that will go away soon. We'll have a good relationship with Milan, which could be improved a little bit more. But I guess we're, you know, we're spreading the love in a few different places. We'll keep working on Hesse. Although mostly we'll have to wait for some of this AE and other penalties to go away. Savoy no longer considers Ulm a rival. Interesting. I guess they're too small. What are my rivals? Bavaria, Savoy, and Venice. Yeah, so taking some land out of either one of these would be really good for our power projection. So we'd like to do that. Boom! Finish the mission. Achieve religious unity. That will happen very soon, and it's worth some decent points, so we'll go ahead and do that. Savoy left a coalition. Very nice. Very nice indeed. We're going to consider something like that. Because we could probably eat Savoy in one war. Our allies of Brittany and the Papal States are not terribly imposing. We are going to start plotting something soon. We don't have an infinite amount of manpower. And no colognes. People are still entering coalitions against us, which is surprising. Obviously, we want the coalition to burn away. Because what I'm thinking is, even if Savoy is not in the coalition against me, once I take any land from them, the coalition's going to get that much more pissed because of aggressive expansion. And in fact, if I'm in the middle of a war, that might prompt the coalition to fire. More Protestant zealots. Excellent. There might be somewhere else where we can support some Protestant zealots. We don't have the diplomatic base for it. I really need to get that embassy up and running. Really, really do. England declares war on Burgundy. Alrighty. Poor Burgundy. Okay. Still have the 5 years, or the 1 year ahead of time penalty. Again, some of our neighbors are slightly ahead, but there's no reason for us to pay the extra 5%. We don't have to rush into it. Yeah, we could get an idea group a little bit sooner. We could get some of our trade efficiency a little bit sooner. But I don't like to pay the extra cost. And anyway, we only have a few months to wait. January 1st, we'll probably, well, there's no probably, we will pick up all 3 technologies. Boom! Religious unity achieved. You're welcome, world. It would be really nice to get our prestige up to 50% for A, having more prestige is nice, but also B, get that free stability. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Hungary. Rival of rival. Oh, you hate Venice as well. And you actually don't hate me at all. We do have a little bit of heretic, but we should easily be able to get our relationship up to that level. We can give some more diplomatic points. We can also get a claim thing over here, but let's do this one. That's going to be okay. Let me stop sucking up to Hesse for now. We'll have time for that in the future. Oh, I don't even... Let's get an alliance going on. Because we don't even have enough relationship slots. Yes! All right. Hey, how about a royal marriage? Oh, that's going to be easier than I thought. We'll be able to suck up to Hesse again really soon. Come on. All right, speed 4. Go, go. Royal marriage. Bammo. And yeah, just a little bit more to do the actual improvement. Religious zeal is burning away. That's all right. I think religious zeal is really only a problem if we're trying to unconvert a province from Protestant back to Catholic, which is not our intention here. Get that going on. That'll complete relatively soon. And January 1st. Bam. Finish the autosave. Do I have to do this thing? Yeah. I think it would have charged me accurately if I clicked, but it's interesting that it doesn't update the tooltips. So we'll grab all of them, because that way we're ahead of time on admin, which gives us more production. We'll be ahead of time on diplomatic, which gives us more trade. And we'll be ahead of time on military, which doesn't actually give us anything other than the fact that, you know, we have better units than most people will have at this point. Let's do this one. Less morale, more actual damage. That's all the upgrades. We can take a new ID group. And again, I don't think we need the religious ideas. It does give you one of the best CBs in the game until you get to whatever super high admin level or diplomat etiquette level, I don't remember which, you can do for the Imperial CB. Religious ideas, the Deus Vult is fantastical. But I really like the idea of going with the humanist branch. I think, you know, that fits in with the ideals of Ulm for, I don't know, reasons. You get the bonus religious unity, which actually isn't that helpful, really, but a lot of other things. Well, heretics. I mean, if we are rapidly converting, but we may not. On further conquests, we may not rapidly convert. And what's going to be important here is the years of nationalism reduction is beautiful. And I really like this accepted culture threshold, which isn't going to be quite as relevant because of who we're taking over. But it may, actually. Better relations over time will be really useful because that helps us burn off some more aggressive expansion a little bit faster. More tolerance of heathens. I think the other one is heretics. Yeah, and this is heathens, which really won't be relevant to us. Cheaper idea. You know, that's a lot of things that aren't relevant to us. Some things in humanists are really good. But what about innovative? Less prestige decay, which might be helpful. Mercs might be relevant, especially once we grab Tyrol, which means a lot more money. Cheaper tech. More advisor options. Less inflation, which again, if we get a gold mine, is pretty good. Less war exhaustion, more leaders, and cheaper advisor costs. You know what? Maybe innovative makes the most sense. Economics sounds great in a lot of ways. Less interest per annum is not terribly relevant. The autonomy changes might be good. Cheaper maintenance. Actually, this is really tempting. We don't need expansion. Administrative, the cheaper core creation is pretty sexy, but a lot cheaper administrative tech as well. You know what? I'm going to grab innovative. I just like the sound of it. Well, this will be fine. I kept talking about humanists, but you know what? I'm much happier with that. We'll be able to get an idea relatively soon. We can take a decision. The Test Act, because of our admin tech. Stronger missionary strength, less tolerance. I like it. Oh, did I have to choose one or the other for something? I think I did. This one as well. Less tolerance, more missionary strength. I'm okay with that. And the Bishop Act I don't want because I don't want less national tax. So there we go. Okay. Da-da-da. Hansa entered a coalition. All right, so we do have to keep playing good. One thing I can do, though, is we have enough missionary strength at this point. Yeah, we were fully converted as well. I can... Oh, it's diplomatic. Never mind. The better relations over time. We already have that. But I can switch this guy. Do I want to spend more money to get the lowered national unrest? Well, right now our unrest is not bad. I guess it's not immune. Yeah, I don't want to pay the extra. If there was a different skill, maybe something, I don't know, but we'll leave it as is. Okay, we're getting very close to be able to afford that frickin' embassy. Very close indeed. Our maintenance is low, good. Inflation, almost like, you know, we could afford to get a few of those pop-ups that gives us skill points or monarch points in exchange for inflation, because then we can buy it down. All right, other than that, we're going to sit tight. We are now not at our force limit. Excellent. Our autonomy is dropping everywhere, so that's going to help. What's our current composition? I definitely think we can throw a couple of cannons in here. I think our front line is more than strong enough. And our cannons keep getting better and better, so we'll build a couple of cannons to supplement that. And again, we're going to sit on our hands a little bit longer. I would really... My top priority really would be to take this land from Venice, especially since Hungary does hate them. There's a very good chance that they might jump in there. We'll see. Hell, Austria might as well. What's nice about Venice is they're not actually part of the HRE. Ah, hey, what was I just talking about? Look at this. Gain a half a point of inflation for 50 admin power. Instantly reduce it. It's, you know, we'll lose 0.04%, but that's okay. Boom. Excellent. Much better. Much, much better. Lorraine has left the coalition. Good stuff. Mostly sucking up there. Need a bit more cash. Come on, monies. How much can I get a loan for? No, I'm not going to. No. It's fine. I'm not going to do the loan. We'll wait. Oh, that's right. I spent money on cannons. That's why. Which is still probably okay. Tolerant society in Bavaria. Interesting. Spent money on cannons, which delayed my embassy, which I probably shouldn't have done. We're going to recall the diplomat from Alsace. It's a lot of points lost, which I don't like. Tell you what, I'm going to lose the Republican tradition, and then I am going to pick a new leader once it's time for that. I don't need to save my administrative points or anything at this time. We're not coring, whatever. So let's grab that, which not only will give me Patron of the Arts, but also advance Ulmian ideas and give me 20% more national tax modifier, which should be worth a fair bit. They're an extra gold per month right now, and it's just going to continue to get better and better and better. So very good there. Okay. Saxony is fabricating claims. Rival of the rival. Excellent. New mission. Improve prestige. Improve relations with Alsace. I've pretty much improved as much as I can. Also, the reward for this is just 3 prestige. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm hurting for prestige, but getting these guys to 100 would be difficult. We mostly have to wait for a lot of AE to burn away. They're willing to trust me a bit, which is nice of them. claim PMO, which is over here. Mission for it gives me points. Of course, will give me a little bit of aggressive expansion. But none of the other missions are something I can do right now. Let's take the claim thing, but not necessarily claim it right away. Because right now, if I check, do I have a valid CB? No. France will join in. Austria will join in and defend them currently, which is interesting. Even though Austria likes me quite a bit. It's possible if I had a CB, they'd be less willing to do that. Taking a look at Venice, though, on the other side, what would we get? Austria would not join in. Why? Would destabilize Austria? Why would accepting an offensive war against Venice destabilize you? You don't have a truce. You don't have an alliance. Might be easier just to go to Venice. What's this? Heck, you even have a CB against them. I don't understand. Why would it destabilize you to go to war against Venice, since they're not actually a member of the HRE, and they hold HRE land? I don't know. But what we're going to do is we're going to put a cut in this video. Oh, I lost my my burn-off AE guy. That sucks. I'll take more diplomatic reputation. That'll be useful for things. Yeah, we're going to put a cut in here when we come back. There's a good chance we will actually continue to sit mostly idle, build up our manpower. Build that that embassy will be quite nice. We don't have to rush down here. It's always nice to grab more and more and more land, but honestly, you know, we still have a relatively vicious coalition against us. And of course, we can't declare on Venice until the coalition. Well, we could declare on them now, force the coalition to fire, and then fight them off. But I don't think that's what we want to do. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.